Here we go, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just change. There we go. Welcome to the channel, everybody. This is a new strategy that I have been working on for a bit, and it is called the ZigZag strategy. Ultimately, what we're doing is we are going to use this white line here, and we are going to, it is going to help us pinpoint where it is going to change direction. Now, it's not perfect by any means. Of course, none of these strategies are. But when you have a couple confirmations, you can win more often than you lose. And like I said in my last video, if you are over 50, 55% win ratio, then you are doing really well. In the long run, you are going to win. So let's just break all this down so you can see how all of this works. All right, let's dive in. Okay, so I don't have anything posted up here. I don't have any OTC pairs up here. So we're just going to go through what I have for a setup. So I am on standard candles, and I'm using the 1 minute timer, M1, and I've enabled the timer, which is right here. I like to see the timer, and auto scrolling and auto grid snap. Auto scrolling means that the this chart is going to move to the right with us. Okay. And what I am on here is the 1 minute time frame. So M1, 1 minute. Sometimes I will use a 30-second. Sometimes I will use a 2 minute with this strategy, depending on how I feel or see that this is going to move. All right. So let's break down the ZigZag strategy settings. So the deviation is set to 5, the depth is set to 12, and the back step is set to 3. I'm using a white line with a 2 pixel, white line, 2 pixel, and then you hit save, all right? With the oscillator, why I have the oscillator here is, if I can just zoom in here so you can see, ultimately the blue line is going to help us in the direction in which the trading is happening. So when the blue line crosses the red is a change in direction. The further apart the red line and the blue line are, the stronger the trend, okay? So I have this set at the K period 14, the D period 3, smoothing period 3, and the SMA is the moving average that I'm using. I have changed this starts at 80-20. I've changed it to 85-25 because I want to broaden the range so I really know I'm outside both of those zones when I make that trade. So it's just a further stretch of that band to help the confirmation to move back in the other direction. Okay, so with all that being said, I'm using a modest 0.5%. I like to grow my account slowly and 1, 2, 3% per day, compounded daily. What you want to do is you want to make sure that at least you're winning on a daily basis whenever you're trading, whether it's 1 day a week or 7 days a week or an hour here or a half hour there. The goal is to at least grow the account slowly, all right? 1% a day, 2% a day. You compound that after 30 days and you're going to have a way larger bankroll to utilize. So, all right. What we want to do is we want to use OTC pairs, and the goal here is to make sure that you use 92% payout. You don't want to be trading on a 51% payout. You have a $5 bet, you're going to win $2.50. You have a $5 bet on 92, you're going to get $4.75. I'm just using that as arbitrary numbers. But so what I like to do first is I like to load up the upper panel here with 92s. So we're going to go ahead and do that first. The more 92s I have, the more charts I have to look at to better understand which ones I'm going to jump into. So that's it. So I have all the 92s set up. I like to start left to right. So we'll start with this one. And what else you want to do too is you want to look at maybe which way are we trending? Are we trending up? Are we trending down? This will kind of give you an idea of what you can anticipate maybe that the chart is going to move towards to help you make that trade. So here we are trending up, and you can see right here that this touched and then started to move back down. And as this started to move back down, you can see right here we had a change in direction. The blue crossed the red, which indicated this red line here. We had a little bit of an uptrend here. And then here we are again moving into the red or bearish. We're moving down. And you can see the blue line and the red line here that are split. You can see that there, right? So as we zoom out, it looks very more contrast of a downward movement versus kind of zoomed in where it kind of looks like sideways movement. But again, the goal here is see how this, if you can look across here, you can see where we had this upward momentum, and this red line and blue line were going upwards together. And this shows that we were way overbought, right? And then, so you can see right here where it changed direction, and we got a blue cross below the red, which indicated, sorry about that, that's the auto movement, which indicated a movement in the down direction, and then it kicked back up again, which you can see here ever so slightly that it went back up. And then we had a big push down, which is where this blue line crossed the red and then started to come all the way back down again, which you can see there. Then we had a huge push up right here, which shows a split in the oscillator, and a big push up meant it had a really big quick ride, which on a 1 minute candle, that's a 3 minute up. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and find our first trade. Let me show you a quick history on what I traded and what I've been working on. So with this strategy, over the last couple of hours that I've been sort of working at this, so I've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 1, 2, 3, 4. So 9 out of 13, which is a pretty good win ratio. Again, you win 9 out of 13 or 9 out of 14, and you're going to have a pretty good balance by the end of it. So let's go ahead and see if I can continue this trend to show you this strategy here. So we're going to go ahead and scoot through and find some pairs here that we can potentially trade. So what you want to be mindful of is this is holding way outside the overbought trend, which we should be getting ready to buy and ride it down. Having said that, though, it looks like we are on a reversal from here on an upward trend from this current downward trend. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move away from, maybe not. The goal here with the ZigZag is you want to buy when this ZigZag line is over top of the candles. So this actually might look okay. Let's just see what this does here. So the blue crosses the red here. And let's see what kind of a push we get down here before we jump into this, because we could go ahead and buy this right now for a minute, and this could flip back up and keep riding up. But if this gets a pullback, if this red candle pulls back a little bit, it may be worth jumping into. And so we got a bit of a pull. Let's see, might be rushing this one, but let's go ahead and jump into that for a minute and see what that looks like. So we're just going to let this play out. And okay, it looks like we're going to the upside, but now that just might be grabbing some buying, people that are kind of sitting right around here. So that candle wicked up to grab some of those trades. But it looks like we have made a good decision here, and we are moving to the downward. And we have 28, 27 seconds left here. And you can see this push where the blue is now way under the red. And so with 18, 17 seconds left, I do feel like this is going to be a winning trade here. So this will be our first win for this strategy for us. So I'll just wait for that to finish. 3, 2, 1, and there's the sound of money in the bank. Now that's already been riding down, you can do a couple of things here. So with this strategy, looking at the stochastic and looking at this downward trend, if we feel like this is going to be a downward trend and this is a very strong push, you can go ahead and grab another buy or sell, I guess, if you feel like this is going to push down further. Now, I don't know where this is going to go, but again, we are here for the zigzag strategy, and we want to continue to show some of the zigzag strategy here. So here's a prime example of be careful. This is now 90%. See, 90% payout. So I'm going to close that out because I don't want to deal with that 90%. Not that it's a big deal, but 92 versus 90, I want to make as much money as I can on the trade. So here we have a downward trend, and you can go ahead and grab a trend line. We'll go ahead and grab that trend line, and we'll take this, we'll throw it at the top here, and then we'll take this and put it down here. And let's just move that up to the top there. So with this trend line, we can see potentially where this is trending towards. And with the zigzag strategy, again, so with this little yellow line, trend line here, kind of gives us an idea of we're trending downwards. And generally, if this pops up and touches the trend line with our zigzag and then kicks back down, it's a really good way of giving us another indicator that is moving in the downward direction. This crossover right here with the blue and the red also shows that we are on a downward trend. But again, the zigzag, what we want to do is we want to buy that zigzag right when it happens so that we can help us manage the reversal. So with that being said, we are going to continue on here along the charts and see what we can find. See if there's anything that stands out, looks good, that we can make a buy on. So here we go. This is a upward trend, and it had a very quick downward movement here where you can see the blue and the red jumped over, and then it went down. This could be a very good opportunity for an uptrend. And if we get a pullback on this green, like we did on the other chart, I feel like this would be a good opportunity for us to jump in and ride this up a little bit. Now, the confirmation, we have not received a confirmation here of the blue over the red. So we don't want to jump into this too soon. We want to be a little bit patient. And so this is now showing, it's about to cross, and this looks like it's holding good. Maybe we'll get a bit of a push down here, a little bit of a pullback, and then we can go ahead and get into this on the way back up as we are on a upward trend. And just waiting for this to maybe, if this is going to hold on. Again, jumping into this a little bit late may have a reversal. So that's the trade-off, is waiting long enough, but not too long, to see if this will reverse. Now let's see, we've had a very long upward trend here. So this could do a reversal and push back down, knowing that this has been bought like over the last couple of hours, and this has been pushing up. So this may end up pushing down. So I'm going to go ahead and pass on this one. So what do we have here? That one looks okay. This one has been trending up from a downward trend, but it's kind of chopping along on an upward. We're going to go ahead and see if we can find something a little bit juicier that we want to jump into. So this is moving up. This one switched direction here. We have a swap of the blue over the red, and let's see if this pulls back a little bit, and we'll go ahead and give this one a go. If we can get a little bit of a pullback here. Might as well keep cycling through, because you don't want to miss anything. That's why you want to have a bunch of these open, so that you can just cycle through and find some good opportunities. Here we have, this is going, it's a little bit, it's kind of, we may have, it's only at 91%, but anyways, oh, this one's super flat. This one had a really fast rundown. Way low. And this could be a good opportunity here. If we get a pullback on this green candle here, then we may go ahead and jump into this one and ride this up a little bit. And so we'll just wait and see what happens here. So we got the blue over the red, so that has already happened. But it's really strong. And I don't want to jump into this because this could have a reversal on it. And we definitely don't want to catch that reversal. So let's go ahead and see what this one looks like. So that's the end of that. We're going to go all the way back to the beginning. And we're going to see what we can find here. Let's get rid of that 90. So while we're looking for an opportunity here, I'll leave a link in the description for my Telegram group where I share, and some of my other teams share their signals, what they're using. They share their daily, so you can see like-minded people like yourself who are utilizing the group to earn with pocket options. And so I'd love to have you just go ahead and hit that link below, and you can join the Telegram group. Okay, this one's pushing really hard up, and this is over top of all of these candles. We've had a big run, and let's just see if that's another green candle. If this turns red, I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a ride down. So let's see. This had a lot of green with a little bit of red and a lot of push of green. And this candle was over top of all of these, and that's really what we want to make sure. We want to make sure that this candle, this zigzag line, is over top of all of these candles. And having such a strong push over the last, we'll call it nearly an hour, it looks good. Again, not going to be perfect. We're going to use our lines and our confirmations, zigzag confirmation and oscillator confirmation, to give us the right information to make a trade. And this one looks like it stayed above and made its way up, which is fine. We could catch it on the next candle, which is what I will get ready to do. I'm going to make this a 1%. And so that didn't go through, but I feel like we're going to catch this on the way down here. So I went ahead and doubled the 0.5 to 1%, and we're going to give this a shot. Now, if this doesn't pan out, again, we're using all of our confirmations. We feel like this is going to make its way down, but it may not. And that's just how it is. And that's fine. As long as you have a strategy to when you have a losing trade, what are you going to do? And when I start with 0.5%, my first loss is to double that to 1%. And then if I lose on this trade, I'll show you again that what I'm going to do for the next one, which is going to be a 35% bump. So I'm going to make that 1.35, and we're going to go ahead and see how this works. Now, so far, this is looking good. We got this on the down. Oh, maybe not. There's a bit of a reversal there. But is this going to hold? 3, 2, 1, and there we go. So all of our confirmations worked. Yes, it was a little bit tight, but everything looked good. We had a crossover. We had a high. This one we purchased on this candle here that didn't work out. And sometimes it just takes one more candle to make that make that confirmation happen. So here you can see in the history here that we were going to make, you know, $7 or you know, $8 here, and then we went ahead and made it 16, and then so that's how we can grow our account. And then so what we're going to do here is we're going to put this back down to 0.5. All right, and that's how that goes, just like that. So if you look at this, this is bouncing back around, and so we're going to go ahead and find a new chart. Let's just make our way through here. Anytime you are learning a new strategy, I would highly recommend you going into the demo account and practicing with the new strategy, ZigZag, Oscillator, and then just trying it out before you go ahead and do it for real, just so you could get comfortable reading the candles, reading the ZigZag, understand the oscillator when it switches, where the blue is, where the red is, how all of that works, okay? So I would highly recommend that you use your demo account first to practice. So here's that other one that we saw earlier, but we're going to jump past it right now because we're past the ZigZag on that. So let's see what else we got. Okay, so here we had a big push down after this went up, and there was a very large push down here which gobbled up a lot of bearish trades. And let's have a peek on this. It did cross over, but it is pushing down. And if this pushes down further and pushes that white line over top of this candle, it may be worth getting into. We got a lot of bearish candles here, big green push. We may have missed this one, may have missed this opportunity to ride this up. And so we'll just see how this goes. What you saw earlier when I first started this video was I did have this on a 30-second candle, because sometimes if I feel like this, I've missed the, you know, sort of the big push, I still want to catch it. I feel like it's still going to go. Then I'll make it 30 seconds so that I can ride the rest of it before it turns back around, just like it's doing right now. So we're going to go ahead and skip past this. Let's see if we have any more 92s that we can add, which it looks like we do. So we're going to add a few more here. And what they do is they add to the far left here as fresh charts. So here's that chart that we deleted, and then we pop back on again. So you can see the trend line here. So it hit nearly hit the trend line, and we bought this on the way down. It looks like maybe it's on its way up again, and it had a little bit of a reversal here, but the blue line is above the red. That happened. If we feel like this is going to kick up, we can go and make a 1-minute trade. And let's go ahead and just going to wait for this to come back down. If this comes back down, if that makes it green, red, indecisive, but it looks like we are going to potentially make our way back up. So I'm going to go ahead and get in on that one right there. It's not really pushing down. The red is holding. If you look right here, this red is holding this line with a trend. We're starting to move in the right direction, and so we're going to see how this one pans out. We do have a split in the blue and the red from over here, but again, this could turn around and make its way back down, and then that blue will go back over the red in the other direction, which is highly possible. That's why you want to really make sure you get your confirmations correct. And it looks like that is potentially going to happen here, unless it's gobbling up some bearish, and then it's going to spin back around and move back up, which doesn't look like it's going to, which is fine. It is going to continue to push back down, or we were just early getting into it, which is possible as well. But there we go. So we missed out on that one. We're going to make that a 1%, and then we're going to go ahead and locate another chart. So we're just going to keep cycling through here. This is a downward trend. This was a really deep spike down. Not going to worry about that one. There's a 91, but that's fine. 91's fine. I can work with 91. Oh, let's see what we got here. So we do have a big push up, and we do have the crossover here, and this is pushing down. We might be late to this, but this also might be a good push down. No, too late to that. Yeah, too late. Not going to worry about that one. Lower GDP, Audi. Again, big push up, not sure what's happening there. Here we had a downward, this one already kicked up. We may have missed that one. Again, we're going to get rid of that 86. We just want to be patient here and go through the charts. Again, give yourself 30 minutes to an hour or so. Get yourself some trades in, and so that you don't have to. There's an 87. We're gonna get rid of that. So you don't have to rush to get some trades, because we just want to make sure that we get the right trades. We want to make sure that we're not. I mean, I'm probably rushing a little bit here just to to facilitate the video here, but anyways, we just want to make sure that we can get some good confirmations. Upward trend. I think that one. Let's see. So the zigzag line wasn't over top because it had a very fast run up, and I'm afraid that may continue to run up as we as it continues to go. So let's keep moving along here. Okay, so we're on a downward, this may have spiked here, but it looks like we're on a downward trend here. So if we get our trend line out, we can go ahead and we can kind of see sort of where we're at. That was at the top of the trend. That's sort of where it's headed. And so now that we, we're kind of hit the trend line here. See, this is going to bounce around. I'm going to make this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and take this one down. This one looks good to me. We got a peak here on the green candle and it pulled back, and then we really didn't get a push on the next candle here. And like I said, we're on a downward momentum, and we're going to get that cross right here on the next candle. You're going to see this blue cross over the red, maybe. Maybe not. Okay. Wow, that was a quick reversal. But see this long wick here, it wants to pull down. So there are sellers and there are buyers, of course, but there are sellers, and that is a long wick, and that should pull back down. But then again, this is trading, and all we can do is really hope that we are using our confirmations and making those trades. But 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that was another loss, but that's okay. We're going to make this 0.35, and now what is this going to do? So this hit the line twice. Is this going to go back down, or is it going to stay up? So again, like I said earlier, I feel like this is going down. And so I'm going to go ahead, we're going to get a little bit of a green push here. I'm going to go ahead and sell this back down again, and we're going to run this. I feel like this is going down. This feels and looks good, as it should go down. And so let's just see what happens here on this next kick. Again, this happened on the other chart, and it is possible that you get in there a little bit too soon. Again, all we can do is make sure that we are hitting our confirmations. Again, downward trend, should trend downwards. We had 2 that hit the line, but again, we got another push back up here, and so we got 19 seconds left on this one, and let's see if this pushes down. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, hold. There we go. There it is. So again, as long as you have a strategy, I'll put this back down to 0.5. Again, as long as you have a strategy, then you can go ahead and work from that. In this case, we did come out with a profit, so that's great. Again, small profit, but we did, and that's the goal, right? Is we want to continue to be profitable daily. And so, like I said, if you want to check out my YouTube channel, you can see from there. I do have 2 other very good strategies that have been very successful to growing my account and others' accounts. So go ahead and check those out. I appreciate you stopping by and running through this with me. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you want to talk about how you're doing with your trading and you want to join my team, please come over to the Telegram group and we can meet up there. Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day.